Good evening. On tonight's episode, Kerblam!
He's a Kerblam man!
The Doctor and crew decide to investigate a message for help sent from a giant industrial shipping company located on a moon. It's very Doctor Who.
There's the planet Kandoka and we're on its moon. Kerblam turned it into one massive warehouse.
Look at the size of it.
Lee Mack appears in this episode, and I have to admit that after they revealed his appearance in The Woman Who Fell to Earth, I tried to find a clip of him from Would I Lie to You to cut into that review, and what I found was that there are a lot of Would I Lie to episodes in full on YouTube. This sent me into a debilitating Would I Lie to You addiction. I probably watched 100 episodes in a few weeks, but it's okay, I've kicked the habit now, and this is a Doctor Who review, so moving on. But if you haven't seen Would I Lie to You, you should definitely binge watch it. It's amazing.
I recently took a crash course in taxidermy, by the end of which I'd managed to make this.
Okay, can you show us what this is? Pop it onto the chair.
This story does a good job at setting up empathy for one of the side characters, Kira. Her backstory isn't overtly sad, it's just set up in a subtle way where you feel for her, and the actress does a good job of portraying this character.
Just one present your whole life.
My birthday last year, a little box of chocolates from Judy I had of people. Oh, it was so amazing.
We also get some insights into Ryan's disenfranchisement and bland life before the Doctor rocked up and took him travelling. This was a nice little character exploration, but we didn't really learn anything about his character that we didn't know before.
Takes me a while to learn things physically. Get there in the end, but just some stuff takes me a bit longer. Luckily, I had mates who covered for me in the beginning.
There is an element of social commentary in this story. I think the writer was trying to say something about the implementation of automation and the corruption of crony capitalism, but it was kind of basic and undeveloped. I personally think that if we introduce a universal basic income and robots take our jobs, it'll be fine, because we can all spend more time reviewing Doctor Who. And that sounds a lot better than spending 60 years in a repetitive, unfulfilling job, but then dying. Life, eh?
Suppose we'd have got ourselves to blame. Whilst we were busy staring at our phones, technology would have nicked our jobs.
Great conversation, guys, but unnecessary talking can lead to efficiency reductions.
This story falsely sets up the robots as the main antagonists, but it later subverts it, revealing that the enemy is actually somebody else. Either way, the tone, lighting, and music set up these robots in a sinister manner.
Blimey. Scared me there for a moment.
There's a romance interjected into this story between Charlie, a maintenance guy, and Kira, who we met earlier. It's executed in an extremely cliche manner. She drops her lunch and he helps her pick it up, and it's all awkward, and it was on the nose for me. I feel like they could have achieved it without dusting off this overused television trope again.
Hi, Charlie. Oh no.
Oh, sorry.
What am I like?
I've got it, it's okay.
I'm so clumsy.
Oh, I don't mind.
Really?
The Doctor is given a more authoritative, investigative role in this episode. She's uncovering the mystery, she's kind of at the forefront of the unfolding narrative, which is really nice. But I still want to see more from her emotional limits in the season finale.
Those words better be worth something. And if anything happens to us, or our new friends, or anyone else here, you'll have me to answer to.
The sets seemed really cheap and uninspiring to me. And I know what you're saying. Oh, what did you want them to do with an episode set in a factory? Well, I actually think they could have done a lot with a far future industrial setting. But it just seemed like they ran out of time, or funds, or both. Maybe imagination, maybe the set director died in a car crash. I don't know, but it just seemed like plywood walls painted white to me. Kira is obtained by the Kerblam robot, and our team, including Charlie, scramble to save her.
Kira Arlo?
What? Kira? We have to find her?
There's a conveyor belt sequence that utilizes the factory's infrastructure to create a nice action set piece. I think more moments like this would have made the episode more exciting and interesting. The Doctor discovers that the help message sent to her was in fact from the Kerblam system. It's been hijacked by somebody. It's not operating in a sinister manner on its own. Somebody is controlling it.
The system sent the message. It printed the slip. It sent it out.
So then Kira, the nice, shy girl who had a bit of a sad life, is incinerated by bubble wrap. I guess this is a nice little silly Doctor Who moment. Character killed by bubble wrap. I mean, how many shows do that? None, from what I know. Silly, but Doctor Who can be silly. It's fine. It turns out that Charlie, the maintenance guy and Kira's crush, is actually the architect of this Kerblam hijack. The way that he hacks the Kerblam software, synthesizes an explosive and implements the production of it into bubble wrap without anybody noticing is a bit of a reach, in my opinion.
The maintenance man. Access to everywhere, noticed by hardly anyone. You've been killing other workers.
I do, however, like the idea of a disgruntled employee turned terrorist, and I never expected Charlie of this the entire episode, so I guess you could say that the subversion worked for me.
I've studied cybernetics, explosives, teleportation. I have worked for this.
Yaz and her policewoman backstory are utilized when she pins Charlie just as he's about to implement his mass murdering plan. I thought that Yaz, Ryan, Graham and the Doctor all had moments where their characters served a function within the narrative, which is really nice for a change.
Stop!
In the end, the Doctor saves the day, Charlie dies by his own hand, the Kerblam company backtrack on their automation policy. It was very conventional, but I guess you could say it was a satisfying ending, in a way.
We're suspending all operations for a month, pending review, and while the teammates are rebuilding dispatch.
All our workers have been given 2 weeks paid leave.
In conclusion, this episode was good. It wasn't amazing, it wasn't terrible, it was just good. It reminded me of Smile from season 10. Kind of a alright, enjoyable episode without any obvious horrible flaws. It definitely won't be remembered as a classic New Who story, but also I think when I rewatch all of season 11 in a year, I probably won't skip it. I'll probably give it a rewatch. It was alright. Okay, thank you for watching. Really help out if you could like, subscribe, and in the comments tell me how I got all the facts wrong, how my opinion is null and void. Thank you, and good night.